Hello guys, my name is Enke and you're all welcome to my channel. Today we're going to draw the pattern for a corset. As you can see, I have my basic bodice pattern with me. My vertical measurements are 10.5 inches for my bust point, 14 inches for my under bust and 17.25 inches for my waistline. And I also have 1 3/4 inch for the width of the waist dart and the bust dart. Now moving up to the shoulder, I have 8 inches as half of my shoulder measurement. My bust circumference is 38 inches and my waist circumference is 29.5 inches. So with that, let's start. First of all, I'll mark the top of my corset and the measurement I want to use is 6 3/4 inches. I'll go ahead and mark it across the paper and use my ruler to connect the points. Next, I have to cover up my bust dart, or more like transferring the dart to the shoulder. From the bust apex, I will draw a straight line that touches any point on the shoulder line. After that, I will cut open this new line. This will make it easier to close the bust dart. Moving on to the under bust, I'll mark half an inch on each side of the dart leg. And then connect these 2 points downwards to the waist with a straight line. And I'll also connect these 2 points to the bust apex with a curved line. Now on the chest line, I'll mark half an inch on each side and connect the 2 points downwards to the apex with a straight line. From the bust apex, I will draw a straight line touching the center front, and this new line will be my bust line. From this line, I'll mark 1 1/4 inch upwards. I'll just go back and extend the line inwards. And then on this point, I'll go in by half an inch and connect the point towards the chest line with a curved line. Moving on to the under bust, I'll mark half an inch on the under bust line. This is because I want the corset to be a bit wider, and then I'll connect the point to the 1/4 inches upwards. On the armhole line, I'll measure half an inch downwards, this just to make the armhole a bit wider. Then I'll go in by 1 1/4 inch. On the second dart leg on the under bust line, I'll measure out 1 inch. This is to prevent the curve from being narrow, just like I explained earlier. And then I'll connect the point to that 1 1/4 inch I marked earlier near the armhole. And then here on the side seam, I'll connect these 2 points together with a straight line. After that, I'll connect this new armhole line with a curve to the chest line. I will extend that straight line that goes from the under bust to the waist and then do the same thing on the other piece. I will now place the 2 pieces together on that straight line and then use my tape to hold them in place. From the waistline, I'll measure 4 inches downwards, and on this 4 inches mark, I'll measure in 1 inch. And with the straight line, I'll connect these 2 points. So from this point, I'll just connect it to the waistline to form the back's waist. And at this point, I'll just go ahead and make it smooth. From the center front, I'll mark inwards 2 inches that will touch their back's line. Then from that point, I'll connect it with the ruler to the under bust. I'll also add one more style line next to this one. And to do that, on the under bust, I'll measure 2 inches from that line. Then I'll go down to the waist and also measure another 2 inches. Then with my ruler, I'll just connect the line together. Alright, here I'm just cutting out the parts that I don't need. Then I also cut out the pattern pieces too. Now for the cup, I'm just going to use tape and hold these two together so that I can cut the top part off. So from the top, I'm measuring 1 3/4 inch. Then I'll go to the middle and I'll measure 2 1/4 inch. Then on the other side, I'll also measure 1 3/4 inch, just like the front part. And then I'll connect these points together with a straight line. I'll just go ahead and cut it off. Then also separate the two down and also label them just to avoid confusion. Next, I'll just take the patterns for the cup and retrace all of them on this piece of paper. Why I'm doing this is because I want to add curve to those areas that are straight. Now for this top part, this area that is straight, that's where I'm going to add a bit of curve to it. So at the middle, I'll measure about 1/4 inch or less than that. Then with my ruler, I'll curve it to the edge, to the two edges. Normally, as a corset, this area is supposed to be curved, but since mine is not curved, which is why I'm doing it this way, I'll also do that for the other two. Alright, so this is how it's going to be, and then I'm just cutting it out so that I can proceed with the other two. For the A part, I'll mark the bust point, which will serve as the notch. So after that, from that point up is straight, so I'm going to add curve to it, just a tiny curve. And as for the top, it's also straight, so at the midpoint, I'll go up by 1/4 inch or less than that. Then with my ruler, I will draw in a curve, connecting the both edges together. And then for the bead part, what I did for the other two, I'll also do it here. Alright, so I'm done with it, and as you can see, this is what it looks like. This is the new one, and here is the old one as well. You can see the difference. So the first thing I will do is to mark 1/2 inch down from the armhole line, just like I did for the front. Then on the center back, I'll mark 1 1/2 inch down. So for this, I'll just connect these 2 points together with a curve. Yeah, so from the armhole to the center back with a curve. Next, I'll extend the dart upwards, and to do that, I'll find the midpoint between the shoulder and the armhole line. So after marking it, I'll just mark it across the paper and connect the line. From the center back to the tip of the dart, I'll take the measurement and mark it on this new line. So from this point I just made, I will redraw the dart. So from that point, I'll connect it down to the waistline on both sides of the dart leg. As you can see, I just went ahead to cut off the pattern, even though I'm not supposed to do that yet, because I'm not done drafting the pattern. So I'm just going to place them beside each other and finish it up. At the center back on the waistline, I'm marking in 1/2 inch. So from this 1/2 inch, I'll connect it to that line up. This is just to curve that a bit so that the zip I'll add there can relax very well. So I'm moving to the side seam. The 1/2 inch I remove at the center back, I'll replace it on the side seam. Then with my ruler, I'll connect the line to the armhole. I'm finally cutting out the pattern. So for the dart here, I'm just going to fold it in, which I'll still separate the both parts later. For now, I'll just fold it in. Then at the tip here, you can see the one part is longer, so I'm just cutting it out to make it even. So I just use my sellotape to join it together. So this is what it's going to look like after sewing it. In my next video, we are going to sew it all together. So if you're new to this channel, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.